what's going on, Fishaholics? Sorry, I had to restart the intro because my camera started taking a leap of faith off the bed here. Okay, so obviously, what's been happening here for these last few weeks for me? It's been going pretty smooth here for the pre-spawn with both the largemouth and smallmouth here. I think so far I've only caught a few decent-sized bass, but man, oh man, it's kind of tough. It's been kind of, I don't know why, it just feels like this year, for me personally, it's been kind of difficult, even though I've caught, you know, a good number of bass already. I just haven't been able to really land any big ones yet. I think my biggest one I've caught is like a high 4-pounder. I think that's pretty much it. And I mean, that's not saying that's a bad thing. It's just, you know, when you grow up, when you love to go out and bass fish, you know, especially during pre-spawn period, you really want to, you hope to really catch at least one giant. You know, that's at least 5+ pounds, maybe even 6. You know, especially since I'm a guy, I like to go target smallmouth bass a lot, and that's what Michigan is really well known for, a great abundance of smallmouth and some big ones out here. Some of them can get like 6-7 pounds around here on rare occasions. You guys know, I've at least caught 2 that were high 6-pounders. And last year was not supposed to happen. Like, I was hoping to break my personal best largemouth, which I did last year, but I also unexpectedly broke my personal best smallmouth again. I'll be honest, truth is, I don't know what's gonna happen here, because now that we're at the end of the month of May, we're going to really now towards that period of actual spawning up north here. And some of these bass are gonna be kind of, you know, finicky about really wanting to bite. That's gonna be a tough part there for me personally. However, though, I did not decide to make this video, guys, just kind of to like start thinking like, is this really like how this year is going to be for me for bass fishing? No, that is not the point of this video. The point is, the reason I'm making this video is that I want to actually share with you guys what some of the baits that have helped me catch my fish so far to the start for my 2026 pre-spawn season. Well, and it could be going on moving forward too, depending on conditions out there. So first bait, I'm going to go off right off the bat. Most of the products, by the way, are from 6th Sense Fishing. So I will leave their website in the link in the description if you guys want to get some of this stuff, because so far they have not disappointed me this year. They have not. So first bait right off the bat, you guys, is something kind of classic, really. 6th Sense custom designs of their own jerk baits are pretty awesome here. This is the Provoke 106X right here in Pro Blue scales. Had this thing for probably about a little over a year, and just in the last few weeks, I've managed to finally catch several bass. My first several bass for the year already were exactly on this crankbait right here. They were literally crushing it. They were like crushing it. I can't remember how many bass I caught. I think I caught 10 bass on my first day for bass fishing season for this year. And I think out of all those 10, I think 6 or, yeah, probably about 7 were right here on the Provoke here. The other 3 were on a swim bait rigged onto a swim jig. So I will show you guys that here in a moment, but that's just the first one I wanted to show you guys here. This is what has kicked off my season for this year for 2026. Alright, so the next setup that I have, everybody, that's number 2 right here. A 6th Sense Divine Swim Bait rigged onto a 6th Sense Divine Swim Jig right here. And in this color swim jig skirt, you guys, it's surprisingly, it's discontinued by 6th Sense. This one is, I believe it's called Grass Smash, I'm pretty sure. And literally, you can't find this on 6th Sense website at all. Like, if you guys even go look on their website on their Divine Swim Jigs, you're not going to find this color on there whatsoever. This literally paddle tail swim bait, this is a 3.8, I'm pretty sure. Yep, 3.8 inch live shad variant swim bait right there. This helped me actually catch some bass this year as well. Not as many as compared to like the 6th Sense Provoke, but this thing has still helped me catch a decent amount of bass out there, both largemouth and smallmouth. So it's a really good combination too if there's like low visibility water in your area, and also if there's like some, you know, old hydrilla vegetation sitting down at the bottom floor there in the shallows. So in this thing, it has come pretty handy for me. I could feel like I could get a drink from a pop. I already had one today. That's another bait that's helped me catch some of the fish today, which is pretty rad. Alright, next one up, you guys, does involve another jig here as well, but this is not a 6th Sense jig that I'm holding. This is a Strike King tour grade football head jig right here in 3/8 ounce right here, and this is in the skirt coloration here is in Gator Craw, and this is like my favorite color literally my favorite colored football jig head coloration by striking it all. And I can't tell you guys enough how many times I've caught plenty of bass on this exact coloration rigged on with, whether it's a trailer bait or a swim bait. I have caught many fish in the pre-spawn period on this exact jig right here. But with that, this was another, I did rig on a 6 cents trailer bait on here, and this one, you guys, was very popular for a while on the market. And this was, I think, came out like last fall, I believe, like end of last summer, early fall, by 6 cents. And this is a pretty popular bait too, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there probably are familiar with it too. And that bait right in my hands here, and what is this? The Bodega. That's right here. The famous Bodega here, 4.8 size. And this one I believe is in green pumpkin juice. Yep, green pumpkin juice. And I've caught already a couple bass already on this thing for me so far. Now, the way I rig it up, you guys, is kind of it's pretty simple. If you guys have seen any tutorial videos online on that kind of stuff, rig this thing on, give it a good cast out there towards maybe near some weed lines, or even like near like some open like pools out there where some bass are probably hanging out during the pre-spawn. And later, all I just do is just gently crank it in, and then I give it a good hop, and see and give it those long legs right there. Give it a good hop up in the air, and I can draw some of the bass' attention looking at it like, what is that thing? And sure enough, and believe it or not, if you guys saw it in my video, in one of my latest videos, I had a big smallie literally spit my jig hook out with the Bodega on, and let me tell you, that really hurt me. That hurt. And I could tell it was a big one. It was probably, it might have been close to a 5-pounder, but man, oh man, that really, really hurt. Alright, moving on, you guys. The next one is pretty much, you know, also an old school one too, but it's really been dominant for me for the most part. It's caught me so far more bass than most of my other baits that I have tried out this year, and that would be the 6 cents clout right there. The 6 cents clout, which is basically their version of a Senko bait, and this thing has been fantastic for me. You know, this bait worked so good for me last year, catching plenty of largemouth and smallmouth. But by the way, this color is in green pumpkin burst. I haven't caught anything on that color yet. I've caught them on both watermelon red and green pumpkin blue. Those two colors have worked really well for me the most out there. But I hear some people say green pumpkin burst though online is a really, really good one to use, especially by like Ben Milliken out there. He says he claims that green pumpkin burst is like one of the best, one of his personal best ones, color variations to use out there. So, but hey, everybody has different experience out there. So that is definitely another bait right there that has been very successful for me so far. Alright, so then this next one, you guys, is basically what I showed earlier too. It's like a simple jig with a trailer bait on it, but this one is not 6 cents related. No, not at all. We got right here a 1/4 ounce pitch jig right here in blue craw made by Dirty Jigs Tackle. And like I said, color skirt coloration. It's got some blue craw on there. And right here, we got ourselves a Strike King Rage Bug right here, and this one's also in blue craw. And this bait has also played a very great role so far, and I could see why the bass absolutely just go cray for it. I can see why. I mean, look at that. I don't know if the lighting's that good here in my room. I apologize if it's not, but that right there is a really good combo right there. I mean, it's almost a perfect match, you could say. Almost a perfect match. And yeah, I do, and it's a pitch jig, so obviously I do little pitch jumps with it when I make the cast out near like a weed line somewhere out there. And I actually just gently give it a few short little reels in, and then I do some hops for this bait. And I kid you not, I landed 2 bass back to back on this bait rig setup here, back to back. I don't know what it was. I don't know if maybe it was just the movement possibly, or the colors that really drew the bass's attention. Can't be 100% for sure, but I know every bass out there in the water, you guys, is different. They have different personalities, they have different color variations that they really like, or what they like to eat, because not all of them are the same. I think that's something a lot of us can agree on out there. But yeah, this was, again, a really great setup. Dirty Jigs Tackle, little 1/4 ounce pitch jig, blue craw, with a Strike King Rage Bug and blue craw, rigged on as a trailer bait. That's a pretty cool combo, personally in my opinion. Now, there are a few products, you guys, from 6 Cents Fishing that I have not caught any bass on yet this year so far. One of them, let's see, which one was it here? And this was kind of a new one that 6th Sense just dropped earlier this past spring, and that was the jigsaw right here. This is a 3/8 jigsaw right here, and this one's in chartreuse flash, I'm pretty sure. I have not caught anything yet on this thing. I've tried it out, you know, during the beginning of the pre-spawn, like right just about a month ago. Did not get anything on it. I cast it out there multiple times, even added like a swim bait trailer on there. Nothing, not even a nibble. It could have been maybe because the water was still a little bit too cold. That's a possibility. We'll just have to wait and see, especially during pre-spawn. I know during the spawn, excuse me, during the spawn, they're definitely not going to be chasing that, because those bass are going to be busy, you know, kind of doing their thing, and they're going to be busy on the beds, so they are not going to be really interested in chasing anything whatsoever. They do not like going far from their beds whatsoever. They are known for being very protective, especially males. Males are very obsessed about guarding their beds. They will do whatever it takes to defend those beds from any other species of small game fish, or even like, you know, smaller, you know, crustaceans like crawdads, you know, they're coming up towards their beds. They're gonna do whatever it takes to keep those suckers off away. I got tons of other stuff here that I have not even tried yet. Well, not tons of stuff, but some stuff like the 6th Sense wig hair jig. This is an interesting one that I've never tried before, but I think this little hair jig might actually come in handy here pretty soon, because we're going to be going into the pre-spawn. Oh my god, I keep saying pre-spawn. I mean, we are in pre-spawn as I'm recording, but we're going to be going into the spawn period here very soon, in a couple more weeks at least. So I think this little hair jig is going to come really handy for me when I go out and try and find some bass on some clean water up shallow. And I think, and this is a finesse size, so this is perfect for smallmouth to eat too. Very small little finesse hook tucked inside that hair there, but again, I'll have to wait and see what these fish want. So there is that. And then, of course, I got this bag full of 6th Sense soft plastics. I mean, full of them. I can't tell you guys. This bag is almost... Look at that. Look how stretched this bag out is. It is literally just about at full capacity. I might even have to get another one, too. I don't know, but... Yeah, so much variety to choose in here. It's hard to choose, really, which bait really would work well. But that's the thing about 6th Sense. They come out with some really neat stuff, you know, with tons of different variety of baits, you know, that you could try out, but I really just... And by the way, you guys don't worry about me, don't worry about the crankbaits here, because I don't know why, but this year so far, I have not caught a bass on a crankbait yet. I haven't even had one bite on a crankbait yet this year. I have no idea why. I've tried out some of the other crankbaits from 6th Sense. I tried Flat Finesse, the Crush 50X, the Crush 75 Flat X, and so far nothing on those whatsoever. I mean, absolutely nothing. So I don't know what the deal is, you guys. It could be because these fish, some of these fish are known for being pretty smart, and they probably know some of the sounds. They're probably familiar with them. Oh, and by the way, if you guys are curious about my fishing line, I actually just last year, I believe, was it last year? Just recently, I made the decision, you guys, to switch over to P-line. And so far, P-line has been great, you guys. I use both fluorocarbon and braid here, and all this line by P-line has done absolutely awesome for helping me, you know, keep the fish on and not letting the line snap too. So thank you, P-line, for making this stuff too, and literally getting this out for many anglers out there that love to catch big bass out there, myself included. Guys, it's time to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm sorry, no fishing today, but hopefully soon we can get back out and get some action on the water, everyone. Alright, time to go, everyone. So I will see you guys in the next one, hopefully soon, catching a giant.